So why the hell does it feel as if there's a lot of people, including me, so depressed around the holidays? And is it a real thing, or am I just a fat, obese American projecting the way I feel at the moment?
It's Christmas.
Hola, my name is Frankie, and I'm gonna attempt to address the reason why possibly you, and most definitely me, are having a hard time emotionally around the season of festive get-togethers, ugly sweaters, and chronic alcoholism. It's that time of the year again. And you know what that means.
What does it mean?
Long wait lines at places that harbor the goods that your boyfriend or girlfriend's parents long to have.
I want winter candy apple, iced gingerbread. I don't know. I've been busy taking care of all fucking day.
Like a candle that smells like a tree's ass. A sweater that would make the random old lady hit on you at your girlfriend's family dinner? Just me? In a Canadian study from 1999, Varadarj R. Velamore, I don't know how to say it.
Varadaraj Velamore.
And a few more other people examined 55 patients who were being evaluated in a psychiatric emergency service during this Christmas season. The most common stressors reported by this cohort were loneliness at 40% and being without a family 38%. In describing their feelings about the holiday, most participants used the phrase depressed.
Emotional.
You see, it's not just us dumb Americans that feel this way. Even the northern neighbors known for happiness and maple syrup have them a thug cry moment. And you know you can't have a plate of depression without a high alcohol content bev. On alcohol.org, there's an article that states alcohol consumption increases during the holidays, specifically
2 shots of
vodka.
mentioning a report issued by alcohol monitoring systems that found over 450,000 monitored DUI offenders increased their drinking rates by 33% between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day.
What seems to be the officer problem?
Remember, kids, don't drink and drive.
I'm gonna keep it 50-50 straight.
Drive and drink, it's way more fun. Nah, in all actuality, I'm kidding. Don't give your cousin another weird reason to want to escape it all and be a Grinch wearing Misfits shirts topped with Slipknot hoodies.
It's just a phase.
What'd you say?
Oh, now we're dead.
What the f did you just say?
And with that fun image circulating through your emotionless and white brain, here's another fun testament. 2 women lost their fathers due to alcoholism and have teamed up to share their experiences through a podcast. A woman named Sarah Drage from New Romney, England.
Come on, England.
And Amy Dixon from Reigate, England. They state that Miss Grange's father, named Steve Drange, died of organ failure in 2017, having been sober for 16 months. And Miss Drange stating that special occasions such as Christmas could be the worst times for living with an alcoholic. She also states that there's already an excuse to start drinking in the morning, and that was tough because we knew he had an excuse to start drinking straight away. Kind of sounds like he took the expression "it's 5 o'clock somewhere" a little too seriously.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
With that being said, she also had stated that we never knew what mood we were going to catch him in.
Oh, damn.
Whether he was drinking, whether he hadn't been drinking, whether we were going to do present openings.
Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing?
Cuz he was desperate to get up and have a drink.
That all you got?
Oof, not gonna lie, I can relate with that one. Not so much alcohol, much more like waking up and hitting a gymnastic routine when I can't find my Nick stick with the pretty lights and the timer to try and challenge myself on how long I can take a hit without contracting Nick poisoning. But I digress. Miss Dixon's father, also called Steve, died of multiple alcohol-related illnesses in 2020. But out of the blue, stating that her father's last Christmas was still a happy one. He was sober, and that was one of the best Christmases she's ever had with him. She states, we played board games and we were there as a family all together, and it was the dad that I remember as a little girl. So there was a light at with the last thing that is also a big contributor. And to be specific,
These niggas out here snitching. They with the rat pack.
I'm 90% positive that you as a viewer has had this sensation of buying a full-priced game that your buddy's been playing to only play it for like 3 fucking days to a week and never touch the game ever again.
Where did that bring you?
And after realizing that you're stuck sitting at your console having a deep hatred towards your buddy for making you spend that $20 to $70 when it could have easily been spent on something else temporary, like some other shit game you personally wanted.
Man, you the first about Bird Gang 3? Yeah, man, got that Bird Gang 3.
Or for example, a $20 ace of that green nectar from the cats. Or if you're younger than 18, shit, I don't know, V-Bucks.
The V-Bucks, Skylar. Where is the rest? I need it for the Renegade Raider skin, Skylar.
Like according to Yahoo Finance, at least 60% of people regret buying a past holiday purchase, and a whopping 69%. What? Come on, guys. Let's be grown. It's not like it's the dreaded 69 minus 2 thing. Sorry about that. Anyways, 69% of shoppers are aware that they would make the wrong decision when purchasing a gift for their significant other, which turns into a statistic like 54% of people impulse buying, which in meaning turns into 36% of people obtaining financial stress. And as you can see, it has something called a snowball effect, and that snowball is on its way to a big daddy's lap, and he goes by the name of depression. You see where I'm going with that? So now that we've touched on some of the reasons why a lot of people, including myself, have a bad case of the Jolly Blues, during the research of this video, I've come to realize that we aren't the only ones having this phenomenon happen to us. And we as people have to learn that it's okay to not be okay, not just during Christmas, at any point in time, which leads me to this. It's going to be okay. And who gives a damn that my swagger dad doesn't like the candle I got her? Whatever, fuck her. And to be honest, if you're having a bad time, do just like me. Keep waking up and deal with it. I'm just kidding. But who cares if you didn't get the right gift for somebody, or you have a drink or two on Christmas night. And last but not least, if you contract a case of the Jolly Blues, please talk to someone, anyone. Even the little fucking ankle biter of a dog your girlfriend has, or in the opposing case, your boyfriend's reptile. Happy holidays to you. To my family I rarely talk to, you know who you are.
Just kidding.
Love you. Keep going. The world's busy. Just take some time, take a breath. See you on the next one.